Alright, as some of you may know, or most of you may know, if not all of you may know, because it is inescapable from the moment it dropped, better yet, from the moments leading up to it dropped, the news on the new president of the United States of America, Donald Trump. He won and he beat Hillary or whatever. But the interesting thing I found about it, and I was going to talk about this yesterday, but just been on a roller coaster of so much craziness going on in my life right now. So I've been dipping and dashing. But so apparently the voice actor of Son Goku, Sean Schemmel, actually was talking a little bit about Trump. And then also the voice actor of Vegeta as well was going pretty hard, because honestly, Chris Sabat, everything from when I met him, from conversations I see on Twitter and stuff like that, he is very similar to Vegeta, maybe not as asshole-ish, and I don't think he ever killed alien aliens at any given point, but he also had quite a bit to say about Trump. And it's crazy because, you know, aside from this, which we'll get into it in a second, whatever, but the world is going batshit crazy. Either people are absolutely furious, you know, a lot of the Hillary supporters are going crazy, or you got the Trump people that are just like, you know, ecstatic about it and stuff like that. I mean, again, you know, as I stated in my last video, which I'm, again, not really trying to talk about my opinion at this point because everybody goes nuts, but it was just like inescapable. We either had the crook or the crazy nut job that everybody, you know, assumes these people are, which, you know, we got information, so it's not necessarily assumptions, but it is what it is. So it was going to be one way or another. People are going to be mad at either one, and I know there was the third parties, but let's be real here. Nobody expected the third parties to come out of nowhere with no press, no promo about their ideals. Like 90% of the people voting didn't even know there was a third party, so yeah, just keep that in mind. But let's start off with just a small quote from the voice of Goku, what he said, and it was kind of interesting because, again, I was looking at it and it was just before, you know, it was about to be announced and stuff like that, and I'm like, yo, yeah. Somebody asked him on Twitter, who would Goku vote for? Which, if this was, you know, the real world and stuff like that, Goku, I mean, first of all, I don't think Goku would give a slither of a fuck about the elections. I honestly think he wouldn't even know what an election is. I think he would kind of be like, is that something on a menu? Can I eat that? Like, can I just, like, you know, gobble down an election? Like, how does that work? So I think for starters, we need to put that clear. If Goku was in the real world, or if this was an Arc and Dragon Ball, that would probably be his opinion on elections, because he'd have no idea, and he'd probably look at it as simple as, well, she's a liar and he seems like a loudmouth. Like, I think Goku would just be like, huh? But Sean Schimmel's reply was he wouldn't vote for Trump. That's for sure. So I'm not sure if he's saying that, you know, he was more so supporting Hillary with that comment, or if it was just in general, like, he thinks that Trump is an asshole. Maybe he didn't vote for either of them. I don't know. But it is kind of interesting to see these, you know, celebrities in a way basically kind of giving their input on people. And again, I think Goku wouldn't give a fuck about this. He wouldn't even understand it. He would just call both of them idiots and then go eat and train or something like that. So as I'm getting ready to edit this video and render it down and all that good stuff, we got a new tweet from the voice of Goku, Sean Schemmel, and this one is along the same vein as Chris Sabat, voice of Vegeta. So Sean Schemmel right now is taking a page out of Vegeta's book. He's like, bro, I'm about to go savage mode, and it's so weird to see these people coming out like that. I mean, I love it, and at the same time, I'm just kind of like, what? Because, I mean, all my life, honestly, Goku has been a character that always inspires me, always, you know, just that straight kind of guy that just does everything or whatever. But like, to see him coming out at the fucking new president of the United States, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of like, wow, I'm my childhood fucking hero's voice is having something to say. So let's check this out. That's right, kids, anything is possible. You can be a racist, a narcissist, misogynist, con artist, and still be president someday. Yo! Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, this is some fucking shit. Like, honestly, this whole presidential election is fucking insane. You got voice of Vegeta going in, you got him basically trying to, you know, showcase exactly what Donald Trump is, and saying, you know, essentially that he doesn't really have as much power as he thinks, and stuff like that. But then you have the voice of Goku, which Sean Schemmel has shown that at times when he's really passionate about something, he can definitely let it loose, and that was a Kamehameha to the fucking face of Donald Trump. I'm just saying, like, this is fucking insane. Like, you got Sean fucking Schemmel, bro, voice of Goku. You got Chris Sabat, voice of Vegeta, and I'm sure there's many others out there that are distressing their grievances with this, which showcases, I mean, I'm assuming that they were on the opposing side. I'm assuming, I'm not gonna, put any words in their mouth. There's never been any tweets or any evidence to suggest it, but I'm guessing that they were probably, pro-Hillary just to not get Trump in there and stuff like that. But it's fucking crazy. I mean, my opinion aside, because it is what it is. I've already said multiple times, Hillary and Trump, both of them, whatever. But wow, I mean, I guess they were like trying to pick one of the, what they felt lesser evils, because again, Hillary, she was, she was something. And if you really think about it, this woman had the media. I don't care what anyone says. I watch a lot of fucking TV on the side when I'm editing videos, when I'm playing video games. I always got the TV running, and 99% of the fucking advertisements between Trump and Hillary were essentially Hillary ads that were talking about how bad Donald Trump is. Like, that was just 90% of my fucking TV that I just constantly seen the ads and stuff like that. She had the celebrities. She had just everything behind her, and Trump still won. So, I don't know. He's talking about rigged and stuff like that. I'm just saying that's fucking crazy. So, do you think that maybe he's too passionate with his latest comments, or do you think that maybe he's just like, I don't know, this is too crazy for me, honestly. This is real world shit. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Voice of Goku is pissed too. He doesn't like Donald Trump, seemingly. However, the voice of Vegeta, very, very controversial man. He had quite a bit to say about Trump, and I'm not gonna lie, whenever I read his tweets, I always get like Vegeta's voice in my head, and I hear, I am the Prince of all Saiyans. Like, that's what I hear whenever I read these tweets. But it started off with this: we took a huge blow to the gut, but we cannot let it bring us down. Okay, no, he didn't say I, the principal says the president of the United States is ultimately not that powerful, and he won't get his way. And then he also was responding to a couple of people. They won't allow him to do any of the outlandish shit he claimed to do. He's all talk and no plan, and oh my god, he is president of the United States. And another person, he said, they will never let him have his way on anything totally crazy like the Muslim ban or the wall, which I think that's something that people need to realize, is that the president is not like the dictator of the world all of a sudden. I mean, for a lot of people, which I definitely can agree with that, is that a lot of people look at the United States, that a lot of us talk as if like the president of the United States is all of a sudden the ruler of the world. For starters, it's just the United States, and another thing is he has to go through so many obstacles if he wants to get something passed. Like, Donald Trump is doing what every other person that runs for president does, and they make all these great claims of all these amazing things they're gonna do, and ultimately we never really get that big change that we've been waiting for. And yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go with the political shit, because I know people are outraged. The Hillary supporters are going nuts. The Donald supporters are just like, ah! It's pretty freaking hilarious as well with the whole election thing going on, how Trump and Hillary pretty much looked like big villains and stuff like that. Her with her deleted emails and all the scandalous shit going on with her, and Trump with all the outlandish claims of the things that he's going to do. It really feels like you're looking at some shit out of a comic book or a manga or something like that. Like, honestly, you could even compare it to, well, to a very small extent. Let's be real here. It's not like they're trying to destroy the world. Well, who the fuck knows? You never know, whatever. But like, it kind of reminds me of what's going on in Dragon Ball right now. It's kind of like, well, with Trump winning or some shit, they essentially fuse, because you're still gonna have some of the Democrats that are gonna be a part of things and stuff like that. It's not just, all Trump and his Republicans. Like, there's still gonna be Democrats inside of things and stuff like that. And it's kind of like they fuse, and now we have merged Trump cunt or some shit like that. Like, yeah, it definitely feels like that. But I'm kind of curious what you guys think about this. I guess a funny joke here or whatever, but assuming that this was all in, the Dragon Ball universe or whatever, or Goku and Vegeta were in our universe, in the real world, what do you think they would do? How would they handle this situation? Do you think that Goku would vote, or would he do exactly as I say? Again, it's a very silly thing, but I find it to be kind of comical. And Vegeta, how do you think? I honestly think Vegeta would go up to Trump and say, you idiot, and hit him so hard that he'd break all his fucking bones or something like that. That's, I think, the extent of what the Dragon Ball characters would do. And of course, you always got to differentiate the actual, opinions of the actors from the characters. Just because the voice of Vegeta feels that way doesn't mean that that's Vegeta, and don't mean that you got to look at it like, hey, you're supporting this and that, because they're allowed their opinions. Likewise with the voice of Goku. So just want to throw that in there as well before people go, you fucking idiot, Trump is the best, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, go fuck yourself with a big bang. Big bang. Big bang. Big bang. Yeah, chill. And your overall thoughts of all this? It feels as though the world is going crazy right now. I mean, from my Facebook feed, from my Twitter feed, from every feed you could possibly think of, it's just non-stop talk about the elections. And yeah, it is what it is. Donald Trump is the new president of the United States, and there's nothing anybody can do about it unless he gets his ass impeached by, I don't know, fucking building walls with naked models or some shit, and they're like, yo, you gotta get out of here. So there's that. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.